everyone. I am so excited that you guys are going to join me this week. I mean, we're going to have so much fun. I mean, we're going to sing, we're going to explore, we're going to...
What are you doing here?
Well,
I know why you're here. You're here for my treasure, aren't you? And I see you brought another map. Well, just because you were here doesn't mean you take my treasure from me.
Who are you?
You really don't know who I am? You really don't recognize me?
No.
I'm Dr. Daryl Digstone, finder of the Digstone Diamond,
No.
the lost city of Cornucopia.
No.
I can't seem to find my phone right now. But I didn't hack my way through this jungle for nothing.
You know what? I have a great idea. You know, there's so much...
You're gonna say there's enough treasure to share. There's not. It's all mine. Mine, 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 mine.
Well, okay, but look around. There's like so much priceless...
It doesn't matter. I'm not sharing my treasure with you or you. I'm going back to camp to get my gear.
Oh, okay, but wait, I just wanted to let you know that... Oh, wow. Man, guys, Dr. Digstone, he doesn't listen very well, does he? I mean, I just wanted to let him know that if he looked around, there's so much priceless treasure because he and we are priceless to God. You know what? I hope we get another opportunity to see him and let him know what the real priceless treasure is. Hey there, explorers. Are you guys excited for VBS today? I'm Miss D, and I will be your guide. We just got done talking with Dr. Diggerstone, and he told us how he was a treasure hunter. So this week, we're going to join him and be treasure hunters right along with him. Are you guys ready? I hope so. We have a big day planned. It's going to be filled with Bible adventures and games and snacks and so much more. I cannot wait to go on this journey with you. Are you guys ready? Join me. It's time for Sing and Play Rock. Welcome to Sing and Play Rock. I am Miss D, and I will be your guide for our VBS treasure adventure this year. Each day, you're going to start right here at Sing and Play Rock. We are going to have so much fun. We're going to sing, we're going to learn our Bible verses, our Bible points, meet some cool friends, and just have a lot of fun. Are you guys ready for this VBS adventure? I hope so. We are super excited because we know that you are going to have a great time this week. Before we get started, let's go ahead and sing one of my favorite VBS songs, I Am a Priceless Treasure. Let's sing it together.
A priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am His and there's nothing better, forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. Child of God, I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am His and He is mine. prize he came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am his and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a child of God. I know that I am loved. He hears me when I pray. He always makes a way. I am his and he is mine, and I am the prize he came to find. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am his and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a priceless treasure. God knows me, God hears me, God is my comfort. I am his and there's nothing better. Forgiven and chosen forever. I am a treasure. I am a treasure. I am a treasure.
Awesome. Did you guys enjoy that? I hope so. Now, I am super excited about our VBS Treasured Adventure this week. We are going to learn so many things and have so much fun. So today, I kind of have my treasure gear on because I am pretending like I am its treasure explorer. Do you guys want to pretend with me? Awesome. Okay, so this week, let's think about if we were explorers, what would we want to go and find? Like we would go and, I don't know, search for some gold, maybe search for some diamonds. Well, there was once a man who went out and he searched for treasure, and he found these pieces of paper. Like, they're kind of wrinkled and kind of old, and, they really just don't look like treasure. They don't look very valuable. Can you guys guess if these are trash or is it treasure? Actually, these are priceless. Some people say these are priceless treasures. These are called the Dead Sea Scrolls. Now, if I found these on the ground, I would probably pick them up and throw them in the garbage thinking that somebody lost their old, written on paper. But no, these are over 2,000 years ago, and they were written back in the Bible times. So they are so priceless. Even just a little corner of these pieces of paper would cost you millions and millions of dollars. So when a treasure hunter went and found them, they really felt like they found a priceless treasure. Now, this week, as we explore and figure out that we are treasures, we understand that you can't put a money value on what God feels about us. He thinks that we are priceless. Do you guys agree? I hope so. Sometimes we feel as if we are not priceless. Like sometimes we don't feel like we are the priceless treasure that God says we are. So this week, we're going to learn verses. We're going to learn Bible points. We're going to hear Bible stories, play games, do activities, do all these things to remind us that we truly are priceless treasure. Our verse for today is Psalms 139, verse 1, and here's what it says. "O Lord, you have examined my heart, and you know everything about me." Now that could be kind of scary, but it also could be good because having someone know you is an amazing, amazing thing. Now, that is our Bible point for today. God knows you. You are treasured. Yes, God knows you. I mean, you know what it feels like when you're in the middle of, a crowd of people and you don't know anyone and all of a sudden you hear your name? Yeah, someone knows you. And that's what it feels like when we say that God knows us. You are treasured. Yeah, so we're going to learn that today, and we're going to learn it from one of our Bible buddies. Each day, we're going to hear from a different Bible buddy that is going to share with us our Bible point. Now, our Bible buddies come from the rainforest. So, a lot of explorers and treasures go to the rainforest because they feel like it's rich with maybe gems and priceless things. So we're going to find out from some animals that come from the rainforest what our Bible point is each day. And today we are going to hear from Pogo. Yep, we're going to hear from Pogo and find out how God knows us. You are treasured.
Hey there, friends. Nice of you to jump in for a week of big adventures here at Treasured VBS. Meet my friend Pogo, a poison dart frog. Yep, this little, tiny, colorful creature without sharp claws, a stinger, or fangs is one of the deadliest animals on the planet. But only if you eat him. Some people call Pogo a poison frog, or poison arrow or dart frog. That's because hunters in some native tribes rub their arrow tips on the frog's skin to make them even more dangerous. Poison dart frogs are only about the size of a walnut. They're not big or strong. So how can something so small stay safe? Well, God gave Pogo an easy way to protect himself from bigger animals that might like to have him for a snack. Here in the rainforest, Pogo uses his long, sticky tongue to grab some grub like ants, termites, or beetles. Yummy. That food changes inside his body, turning into a powerful poison that coats his skin. In fact, frogs that grow up in a zoo or cage don't eat the same things, so they're not poisonous. You'll find Pogo and his brightly colored buddies hopping around in rainforests all over Central and South America. They are pretty puny, but God gave them all these awesome colors. Whoa! Some people call poison dart frogs the jewels of the rainforest. Guess that makes Pogo a treasure, huh? And if you still can't see him, just stop and listen. You may think that frogs croak, but he sort of chirps. Listen to this. Their size and sounds are definitely small. Maybe you know what that's like too. Do you ever feel too small to do important or fun things? Does it sometimes feel like you're different from everyone else? Or maybe it feels like everyone else is special or a superstar. You might even be heading to a new school where no one knows you. When you feel too small, overlooked, or not very special, remember that God knows you. God knows everything you can do, everything you think about, everything you're going through, every special, amazing part of you. You can treasure God's words in the Bible that say this: "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." That means someone always understands you and celebrates who you are, inside and out. God knows you. You are treasured.
Wow, I hope you guys enjoyed learning from Pogo, learning about Pogo, and knowing that God knows you. You are treasured. All right, so we are coming to the end of our Sing and Play Express, and I hope you guys enjoyed and you are geared up and ready for our next adventure. But before we leave, we want to sing Wild About Us, because that's what God is. He knows us and he is wild about us. So let's sing it together as we go to our next adventure.
He's wild, God is wild about us. He's awesome. He's wild. He's wild. God is wild about us. He's great. He is awesome. He's wild. He's wild. God is wild about us. He's great. He is awesome. He's wild. He's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild. He's wild. God is wild about us. He's wild. He's wild. God is wild about us. It's awesome. He's wild. He's wild. God is wild about us. God is wild about us.
Hey, pre-K and kindergarten explorers, we have a special Bible adventure just for you. Click the link in the bio or go straight to our VBS website. Once there, please click the pre-K K Bible Adventures graphic. We'll see you soon. Hey, pre-K and kindergarten explorers, we have a special Bible adventure just for you. Click the link in the bio or go straight to our VBS website. Once there, please click the pre-K K Bible Adventures graphic. We'll see you soon.
kids. This is Miss Z, and welcome to Bible
adventure. Yes, today we're going to talk about God knows you. Not just he knows me, but he knows you. And guess what? We're so excited around here because we're picking a new king. Well, we're not picking a new king. God is picking a new king. And this is, I can see Samuel the prophet. He's visited Jesse, my neighbor's house. Ooh, and Jesse has a lot of kids. I mean, 2 daughters, and I think he got 7 sons. And so Samuel's over there right now. Oh my gosh, I wonder what's going on. Well, let me tell you the story then about how God chose his new king, and that was David. Come on and join me. God knows you. So what happened was, Saul was selected as a king because the people wanted a king like all the other nations, right? And God tried to warn them what kings was going to do, tax them and all that, and make them work on his land and not their own. But they said, no, we want a king like all the other nations. So God said to Samuel, okay, I'm going to go to pick Saul. And he picked Saul. Saul started out real good, obeying. But this one time, he was disobedient. And God grieved that he picked Saul to be the king. And so God said, I'm going to pick me another king, which he said he knew. That's why we say God knows you, because God knew the next king, and his name was David from the house of Jesse. So Samuel goes to do an offering, and he says, I'm coming to your house. He goes to Jesse, saw all the boys, and God says, not that one. That ain't him, because Samuel was looking at the one that was tall, dark, good looking, looked like he was smart. You know how people select folks like they want to be on their team. Like sometimes you may want to be on a sports team and nobody pick you. Maybe because you short and they want somebody tall. Or maybe because you frail looking, they want somebody buff. And so you get rejected, but God knows you. And your time will come. So in the process of it, God began to show Samuel, no, I don't pick like men's, I don't choose like men's do. But man look on the outside, I look on the heart. And you can find that in Jeremiah 17:9, where God says that the heart is deceitful and desperate wicked. But anyway, I'm not going to go down that road again, right? So in the process of it, oh my gosh, Samuel says to Jesse, is these all the sons that you have? You know what Jesse said? We got a young one, David. He's down there keeping the sheep. Now, technically, David was the son of Jesse, and he should not have been down there keeping the sheep. Should have been a slave or a servant. But evidently, they didn't think much of little David. But God did, because David was God's man. And so when David came, God told Samuel, rise, for this is my man. And he began to put the oil as it tipped to anoint David to be king. Now, history says that David had to be about between the age of 10 or 15. So David didn't really get back into the office of king of Israel until about 15 years later, because there was a process that he had to go through. But you know what? You're going through a process too, aren't you? A lot of you guys face what we had to do this past year with COVID. You had to stay at home. You had to make some adjustment. Your parents were your teachers, and you wish you was at school. You miss seeing your friends, but you had to go through that process. And guess what? You made it, because God still knows you, right? Aren't you excited? Aren't you excited that when school do get back in, most of you now went on to another grade? We are proud of you. And we want to say this here to you. God knows you. And we also have our Bible point scripture too that was found in Psalms 139:1. So I hope you guys get some nuggets out of this. Be excited, because God knows you.
Saul was the king of Israel, but he disobeyed God. So God chose a new king for Israel, a better king. God sent Samuel to Bethlehem to visit a man named Jesse. One of Jesse's sons would be Israel's next king. Jesse had 8 sons. Jesse's oldest son was tall and handsome. When Samuel saw him, he thought, this must be the one God chose to be king. But God told Samuel, he's not the one. Do not pay attention to what he looks like. You look at what you can see on the outside, but I see the heart. One by one, Jesse's sons approached Samuel, but God had not chosen them either. Do you have any more sons? Samuel asked. Yes, Jesse said. My youngest son, David, is in the field taking care of the sheep. Jesse sent for David. When David arrived, God told Samuel, he's the one. Samuel anointed David. He poured oil on David's head to show God had chosen him to be the king. The Spirit of the Lord was with David, and Samuel went back home. When the Philistines gathered an army to fight Israel, King Saul got his army ready too. The Philistines had a great warrior named Goliath. Goliath shouted at the Israelites, "Send me your best man and we'll fight one-on-one." But none of the Israelites wanted to fight Goliath. They were afraid of him. One day, Jesse told David to take food to the battlefield. David's brothers were in Israel's army. David saw Goliath and how the Israelites were so afraid. David turned to King Saul and said, "I'll fight him." David had fought off lions and bears. He trusted God to keep him safe. Saul offered his armor to David, but it was too heavy. Instead, David chose 5 smooth stones from a nearby stream and met Goliath armed only with the stones and a slingshot. Goliath made fun of David because he was a young boy. But David said, "You come to fight with a spear and sword, but I come to fight in the name of God. God always wins his battles." David ran toward Goliath. He slung a rock and hit Goliath in the forehead. Goliath fell face down and David killed him. The Israelites won the battle and the Philistines ran away. David did not look like a king or a mighty warrior, but God chose him to be king over Israel and gave him victory over Goliath. The Israelites were too weak and afraid to face Goliath. They needed David to fight on their behalf. In a similar way, though Jesus did not look like a warrior or a king, we need him to fight for us. Jesus gives us victory over sin and death.
Hey Explorers! Click the link in the bio or go directly to our VBS webpage to join our live Zoom groups. Click the graphic for the appropriate grade level. We'll see you there. Hey Explorers! Click the link in the bio or go directly to our VBS webpage to join our live Zoom groups. Click the graphic for the appropriate grade level. We'll see you there.
welcome to Jungle Gym Games, day 1. Are you excited about our treasured VBS? Do you know that you are treasured? Well, we're gonna play a game that's gonna help us remind us how we are treasured by God, right? So everyone knows how to play memory, right? So we have had the memory games where we match things. Well, God knows us, and that's our theme for today, right? God knows us. So let's look at our game today. In your kit, you have 2 sets of cards. The front side says treasured, which is our VBS, and then you also have the back side, okay? So one has our friends on it, right? All of our VBS friends, and the other one is blank. You have 5 blanks where you can go ahead and make your own game, okay? Make sure one of your blanks is a picture of yourself, because we want you to have 2 of yourself and then pick 4 other pictures that you want to make. Shapes, colors, numbers, whatever it is, just make sure there's 2 of them, okay? So you will have that to do. Explain some other things to you while our friends are cutting out their cards. So remember our Bible verse? "O Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me." That's Psalms 139:1, right? God knows everything about you. He knows every single detail. And that's our Bible point for day 1, right? God knows you. And remember our Bible story, where God identifies David as the future king in 1 Samuel 16:1-13. So as we talk about how we are treasured by God, we have to remember that He absolutely knows us. So let's see where our friends are in regards to cutting. You can take the time out. I'm going to help a little bit here. Just for the sake of time, you guys can go ahead and do whatever you want on your cards. I'm just going to put numbers on here. If you need help with cutting, please make sure to ask Mom or Dad to help you. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, so now I'm going to give you some time to go ahead and make your cards. get everything cut out, you should have two stack of cards, right? You're going to take your cards, make sure that the front side treasured is showing, and you're going to mix them up. Mix them up. Don't look at the backs. Mix them up. Mix them up. Mix them up. Then you're going to mix them up. Mix them up. Mix them up. Mix them up. So if you know how to play memory, you are going to place all of your cards with treasured side face up. Go ahead and map them out. Oh, that's very interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, once you have all of your cards laid out, the idea is for you to do what? Match your cards. You have to have your thinking cap on. So can you remember as you start to flip the cards over? Now here's the thing, if you flip one over and you flip the second one over, if they don't match, you have to turn them both back over. And you start again and you keep flipping until you find the mates. Once they match, you put them together and put them to the side, okay? So let's see, with our friends today, let's see how many they can get matched in 60 seconds. So we're gonna start a timer and we'll get ready to go. Let's see.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
I'm not doing this for the rest of my life.
let's see. Okay, let's see. Here's one. Let's count them out. So
Patronize me.
that's 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, very interesting, but everybody is different. How about you try it? How did you do? How many did you put together in the time that we gave you? So one thing that's really important is that as you play this game, you realize that you couldn't see what was on the other side. You couldn't always know what was where. You had to think and try to figure it out. But guess what? God knows you. Were you able to find the picture of yourself and match it? But even if you didn't, God can. Wherever you are and whatever you do, He knows you and He will always see you. He always knows who you are. So with God, He knows you because you are treasured. You want to always make sure to know that there's so much that we can only see on the outside. All of this looks the same, but to God, each one of us are individuals and He sees us for just who we are. So remember, God knows you. We're thankful that you have joined us for our first day of Jungle Gym Games. Now keep in mind, send us a message and let us know which is your favorite game throughout the week. So each day we'll have a different game and we want to hear from you, and maybe we might be able to do the favorite when we see you on Saturday. So we thank our friends. Thank you for joining us and we'll see you next time.
Good morning, VBS Explorers. It's time for another year of virtual snacks. This year we have Vine Dining with Dr. Nat. I'm so excited to be here with you. We're going to make some yummy snacks. We're going to learn about our Bible verse, and we're going to practice our Bible point. And all in all, we're going to talk about how special, how precious you are to your Heavenly Father. You are treasured. Are you guys ready for virtual snacks?
Yeah.
Yes, we're ready. All right, take a look and see what you need, and I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah.
Hello, Explorers. How are you? It's Dr. Nat here, and welcome to Vine Dining Snacks. I'm so excited for another week of fun snacks with you. How has VBS been today? It's our first day. Have you had a lot of fun? Yeah. I know you've sang songs, you've heard a Bible story, you played games, you did your craft. It's been such an exciting day, and now it's time for a snack. Are you ready? All right, so today, you saw the list of what you need. Today, we're going to make get to know you snacks. What's that? Well, let's talk about it. Hey, you know your Bible point for today is God knows you. You are treasured. You are so treasured to God that He knows you and He loves every single thing about you. What does God know about you? Everything. He knows how old you are. He knows your middle name. He knows how many hairs are on your head. He knows what you're going to say before you say it. He knows everything about you. And so today we want to learn a little bit about each other by making get to know you snacks. Now, I know that we're virtual and I can't really see you, but I'm going to share something about me in snack form, and you can do the same at home. So feel free to gather somebody around and say, come on, let's make snacks together. Let's get to know each other. All right, so first of all, you have your ingredients, and don't worry if you didn't have all of them. It's okay, you won't even need all of them today. They're just options for you. So today, I'm gonna talk about something that I really love. I really love fresh flowers. Do you love flowers? They smell so good. They look so beautiful, and I love fresh flowers. So today, I'm gonna make a fresh flower as my get to know you snack. So I just need to do a couple things in preparation. And if you have some marshmallows, we love marshmallows. I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the microwave for about 45 seconds to make sure that they're all gooey, ooey, and chewy, because we're gonna use those. So go ahead and put your marshmallows in the microwave. All right, while that's warming up, we're also gonna cut a little bit today. So make sure you're very careful with the knife, or if it's better, make sure you have an adult present or cutting for you. So today I'm gonna cut a strawberry. So I'm gonna make sure I cut off the green leafy top, and I'm gonna split it into 4. Again, make sure an adult is with you or they're cutting for you. We don't want any accidents in our snack time. All right, so I have my 4 strawberry quarters. I'm also gonna get a grape. So make sure before you do your snacks, you wash your hands. I did that. And also you wash the fruit. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash our grape. Oh, that sounds like our marshmallows are done. So I have our grape. Let me go get our marshmallows. Ooh, look at that. Can you see that? Ooey, gooey, gooey, chewy yumminess. All right, so I'm making a flower because I love flowers. And so what I need is a cracker. So this is going to be the base of my flour. So I'm going to put a cracker, and it doesn't matter what kind of cracker you have. Any cracker will do. I'm going to take some of this ooey gooey chewy marshmallows. Ooh, it's warm too, so be careful. I'm going to try to take some of that, and I'm going to smooth it all over my cracker. Now, if flowers are not your thing, it's okay. You can make whatever you would like. Anything that you would like to introduce yourself with. Hi, my name is fill in the blank. And what do you like? All right, so I put some marshmallows on my cracker. And now I'm going to put my 4 strawberries all around my cracker. There's like my flower. So I'm making a flower. All right, I'm gonna do that. Can you guys see that? Can you see? Yeah. All right, and now I'm gonna take a veggie straw. So veggie straw, oh, I picked yellow. It's gonna be my base. So I'm just gonna sit that there, and I'm gonna take my grape that I got out, my fresh, clean grape. I'm gonna drop it there, make sure everything is ooey gooey and connected to the marshmallows. And I have my flower. So I can say, hi, my name is Dr. Nat. Uh-oh, it's falling apart. Okay, let's try that again. All right, let's do that. There we go. Hi, my name is Dr. Nat, and I love flowers. And you know the good thing about this flower is I'll be able to eat it. I'm so excited. Can you see that? So what would you like to make? You know, again, this is anything that tells us a little bit more about you, because God knows you, God loves you, and we want to know a little bit more about you. You know, in Psalms 139:1, it says, "O Lord, you have examined my heart and you know everything about me." God knows everything about you. Aren't you so excited that you have a God, a heavenly Father who knows everything about you, who knows you, who treasures you? I'm so excited. Hey, you go ahead and make some fun snacks and share your pictures with me. I would love for you to email me the snacks that you made so I can get to know you a little bit. Oh, wait, before we go, I have another snack that I did just in case, give you another option. Can you see this? This is another thing I would love people to know about me. Can you see what that is? It's a heart, and a heart means love, right? Then I have 3 little people. And those 3 little people stand for my 3 boys who I love so dearly. So this is another way of a snack that you can make to invite someone to get to know you. Just tell us a little bit about your family using Twizzler pull-and peels. What better way? Because after you show it, then you can eat it. So again, invite someone in your house to make a snack to tell you a little bit about them and have fun eating it. Here's Kid Vid Cinema.
Hi, I'm Sam. I'm 12 years old. So in my family, I have my mom, my dad, and then my 2 brothers, Eli and Josh. I have a couple pets. I've got my dog Albert. In my room, my brother keeps his pet, Scruffy. He's a mouse. Every day I do my homework, I do my practicing and for piano. On Mondays, I mow the lawn. Thursdays, I do my laundry. And then Fridays, we don't have anything. I have several hobbies. One of them is card collecting. I also love to play baseball. I love board games, especially ones that have to do with strategy. I play a couple instruments. I play the piano, I play the French horn, and I play the trumpet. My favorite instrument to play is probably the piano. I really love just hitting the keys and plucking out a song.
But Sam's favorite hobby is collecting and solving Rubik's Cubes. Rubik's Cubes are puzzles with different colors. The goal is to get all the matching colors to one side.
I have 38 Rubik's Cubes right now and 27 different kinds. I first started solving Rubik's Cubes when I got one for my birthday, and it took me about 2 days of solid work to figure out how to do it, and a lot of tears too. The real motivation behind learning how to solve it was I wanted to compete with my friend. He also solves Rubik's Cubes. My fastest time for solving a regular 3x3 is 33 seconds. This guy is definitely my hardest one. When you turn it the right way, the colors shift, and it's pretty difficult to solve. This one is my gear ball, and when you hold it and you turn one side, the gears make you turn the other side too. This one is a shocking cube. When you turn it the right way, it will shock you, and it's given several of my friends quite a scare. I really do enjoy solving them. It doesn't take much to learn how to. You just kind of have to be willing to put in the work and the effort to do it. Done. My average time is about 45 seconds. My fastest is usually around 33 seconds maybe.
Let's see how fast Sam can solve one today.
Got it.
Wow, that's fast.
So to solve them, there's patterns. After learning the patterns, it really improves my memory.
Knowing so much about Rubik's Cubes helps Sam solve them.
I know a lot of the history of them, and I know just about everything about them. I know like the inner workings because I've taken them apart and examined them. I've focused on them and learned so many things about them, and that's really important in being able to solve them.
Did you know that God knows everything about you? In the Bible, in the book of Psalms, it says, "Oh Lord, you have examined my heart and know everything about me."
To me, the fact that God knows me it's very reassuring because I know that whatever happens, it's going to be the best for me, and even if that may not be what I think is the best, it just really shows that God is able to do things that may not seem the best, but always work out best.
God knows you. You are treasured.
good to see you guys. We're so glad to have you here on our Explorer. This time right here is called our closing quest. I am Miss Dana, and this is...
Hey everybody, I am Dr. Nat, and it's been an amazing day one at VBS. Have you guys had a good time? We've had a great time.
We did a lot today. What are some things, what was your favorite part?
Go ahead, call them out. Don't be shy. What was your favorite part of VBS? We can hear you. Okay.
That sounds amazing.
You know, today we learned that God knows you and you are treasured. So we are so excited to keep talking about this point. And Miss Dana,
yes,
I have a game show. Do you guys like game shows? I have a game show for you. So Miss Dana is going to be my in-person contestant, and you are going to be my at-home contestant. Are you ready? Are you ready, Miss Dana?
I'm ready.
All right, this game is called What Do You Know? So I'm going to ask you some things to see if you know them, or can I stump you? Are you guys ready? All right, the first one is a visual. So you're going to look with your eyes. You ready, Miss Dana?
I'm ready.
Get your eyes ready. You ready, kids at home? All right, here's a picture. Miss Dana, kids at home, what is this?
I think it's a sponge. It looks like a sponge. Look at those things hanging from it.
Okay, all right, a sponge. We'll see. What do you say, kids at home? We'll show you one more time. You get 5 seconds. What is this? Okay. Well, if you said the inside of a bell pepper, you are correct. I know.
I got it wrong.
It's not a sponge, but it does look, it's really zoomed in. I can see where kind of, no, I don't know, Miss Dana, I don't know.
It does.
We'll give you another chance. We'll give you another chance. All right, let's try this one. Maybe I can't stump you. Maybe you got this one. You guys ready? Okay, this one is a hearing test, okay? So I'm going to play a sound, and you have to tell me what it is. Are you ready, Miss Dana?
Yeah.
Are you ready, kids at home? All right, here is the sound. What is this?
Ooh, it sounds like a pin clicking.
A pen clicking. All right. What do you guys say at home? I'm going to play it one more time. What do you say? Do you agree with Miss Dana, or do you have a different answer? What is this? Well, if you said a pin clicking, you are correct. It's a pin clicking. Does anybody get annoyed by pin clickings? Because I did, but that's fine. It's VBS. We're supposed to have fun here. All right, speaking of fun, y'all, I have a silly test. Okay, this is a silly test, but guess what? We're at VBS, and it's okay to be silly. Everybody good? All right, everybody put on your silly hat. Put it on, because this one is a silly. All right, you ready, Miss Dana?
Yes,
It's a
I'm
silly.
ready.
You ready, guys? It's a silly. All right, kids at home, Miss Dana, can you... I don't think you guys are ready for this one. I don't think you're ready. This one's really silly. Can you lick your elbow? That's right.
Lick my elbow?
Can you lick your elbow? Let's see it, Miss Dana. Let's give it a try.
I'm gonna try.
Can you, at home, can you lick your elbow? Give it a try. I'm not going to try it. No, that's not for me. But you try it, Miss Dana. Can you do it?
No.
I think I stumped you. Miss Dana cannot do it.
Can't do
What
it.
about you guys at home? Can you lick your elbow? Ooh, I stumped you all. You can't lick your elbow. Guess what?
Can't do it.
I don't think anybody can lick their elbow. And if they can, they belong in like the Guinness Book of World Records, because that's just not how our bodies work. But guess what? All of this was just to explore the idea that we may not know everything, but God knows everything. And most importantly, God knows you, because you are treasured.
All right, guys, now we're going to do our Pour It Out to God session. And I know you're probably wondering what this is. Well, I'm about to tell you. It's the time where we get to do a fun experiment or a fun activity together. And today we have something here called a little bowl. And I have my leader. It's called a mystery drink. Sometimes a little mystery goes a long way. And we wonder what it's going to be. We wonder what's inside. And just like our emotions, just like our fears, just like our worries, they kind of make us a little bit crazy. But guess what? God knows what's going on inside of us. And sometimes we feel like we don't know what to do. But God knows everything, and God knows you. You are definitely treasured. See, sometimes I feel lonely. Sometimes I feel embarrassed. And sometimes I definitely feel hurt. But when I feel this way, sometimes I question, what should I do? But God tells me He knows me, and He knows what's going on the inside of me. And so whatever's going on the inside, I have to trust God that He's going to allow me to let it come out. So let's see what's going to come out of our mystery drink. Wow! Can you imagine all those emotions bubbling up on the inside of us? Just like this drink here? A lot of times we don't know what's going to happen, but God knows everything that's going to happen on the inside of us. Friends, thank you so much for joining us today. We love God because God knows everything about us. What a great God who knows us and loves us. Let's praise God for all that He's done.
Welcome back, explorers. Hey, it is now time for us to talk about our God sightings.
Yes.
So I need all of our campers to look in your treasure bags. Do you see this red bracelet? That's right, it belongs on your arm, and it is a reminder to us that we are looking for God at work this week. In fact, it says, watch for God. Miss Dana, do you have a God sighting for today?
I do have a God sighting for today.
Tell us about it.
Well, this morning when I woke up, I was super hungry. And I was like, man, God, I'm hungry. What am I going to eat? But I didn't feel like cooking anything because who wants to do that? And so I got up out the bed because, I started to smell something. And when I went downstairs, my dad was cooking. And I was like, ooh, look at this. It's food. I was like, this has to be God. And guess what? It was. And I was able to eat something because you know what? I was starving. Have you ever experienced that?
You know what I love about your story is that even the little things God cares about. He cares about us so much. God knows us. You are treasured. God knows you. And we're so excited. So this week, every day we're going to talk about it. Maybe tomorrow I'll have a story.
Yeah. As we had so much fun. I can't wait for you to join us tomorrow and explore how much God loves us and how priceless you are, because we are all priceless treasures. Make sure you send us all the God sightings, all the fun things you did today, and check the email at the bottom of the screen. We love you and can't wait to see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Whoa! Hey there, explorers! I hope you guys enjoyed Treasured VBS today. I hope you guys learned a lot and that you understand that you are priceless to God. I hope you guys had fun. You took pictures, you took videos. Be sure to send those to us, wcckbkids@gmail.com, because we want to see what you guys did. We also have a special Facebook page that you can post to as well. And don't forget, on Saturday, July 31st, we are right here live for our VBS celebration. We are going to have so much fun. We are going to review all the things that we are learning this week. We are going to have prizes and games and have a blast together. I can't wait to see you guys there. See you tomorrow, explorers.
He knows you, he knows you, he loves you, he loves you. God is listening, listening, listening. He knows you, he knows you, he loves you, he loves you. God is listening, listening, listening. God knows every word before you even say it. He hears every prayer before you even pray. So let him hear you now. Let him hear you shout. He knows you, he knows you, he loves you, he loves you. God is listening, listening, listening. He knows you, he knows you, he loves you, he loves you. God is listening, listening, listening. God knows every word before you even say it. He hears every prayer before you even pray. So let him hear you now. Let him hear you shout. He knows you, he knows you,